What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Retro Hoop Collectibles. A while back, if you guys remember, if you guys follow me on Instagram, if you don't, at Retro Hoop Breaks, you can follow me on Instagram. I posted this where I don't know if I want to call it a tantrum, but I was definitely in my feelings about the SGC sale to collectors. I kind of very disappointed. Very disappointed. I'm gonna talk about grading in a different video, but over the last couple of months, last maybe 3 or 4 months, ever since the sale, essentially. One of the things I've been doing is I have been taking a lot of items that I had graded with SGC and cracked them out and sent them over to PSA in an effort to maximize the value of those cards. And in doing so, I've, kind of, some of them went well, some of them didn't go so well, but it's okay. Even the ones that didn't go well still ended up netting me probably more money, which, anyway, if that's the name of the game, right, is maximizing value, then, PSA is the way to go. And again, the reason why I did that is because a lot of those cards are on my eBay store. If you want to check out my eBay store, the link's in the description. I got all kinds of stuff in there, everything from $1 cards all the way up to like $300 slabs. And I do combine shipping, so if you buy a bunch of stuff, you can combine shipping. I ship in plain white envelopes, although I don't do paper envelopes. I do these kind of like hard cardstock envelopes. Everything's going to go, if you buy a $1 card, it's in a top loader and it's in a top loader sleeve. Shout out to my guys over at Card Capsule. They always keep me in all of the supplies that I need for cards and stuff. So shout out to them. There is a link in the description if you guys want to check that out. I think the code is Retro Hoops. I think you get 10% off if you use Retro Hoops. Anyway, look, check it. Everything's down below. So I have sent off. The picture that I put on Instagram was obviously a bit of a dramatic picture. I did crack a lot of those slabs. I also cracked a really big collection that I had sent originally to CSG to have graded because it was going to be a PC thing, and then I ended up sending it to PSA. I'll show you the results of that video and that grade in another video. But I did get those back, so we'll talk about those in another video. But let's go through kind of what I had and what I sent off and what happened. Keep in mind that one of the bad things that can always happen when you're doing this type of exercises is you could damage your card when you're cracking it. That's always an issue. I think I personally have a pretty good process in how I crack my slabs. I might go through that in a different video. But to the best of my knowledge, I did pretty well in cracking all of these out of their slabs, and they immediately got wiped down, cleaned off, dusted off, and then into a sleeve, and then into the card saver, and then sent off to PSA. So there was no damage, hopefully, in that process. Which the results don't really point towards that. So anyway, without further ado, this is the first card here. So this was a Kevin Durant 8.5 rookie card that I had. I kind of felt like it was a little bit better than an 8.5, but nonetheless, sent it off, cracked it out of a SGC slab, sent it off, got a PSA slab, and it came back a PSA 8. Great looking card, good eye appeal. If you're looking to just have one in the collection, I think I already sold this one. I'm not 100% sure. Actually, I didn't check to see if any of these are still at the store. If they are, they're all on the store. If not, they're already gone. I already sold them. I can't. Anyway, you guys don't care about that. But so yeah, went from 8.5 SGC to a PSA 8. Here's the next one, which was a Giannis. SGC 8.5. Again, pretty decent card. Now this one's a little funky because it does have the black all the way to the edge of the card, which is always problematic when it comes to edges getting graded and things like that. They're always kind of weird about that. But this one came back a 9. So bit of a bump there in terms of grade, and then obviously a bump there in terms of value. This one also is on the on my eBay store if you want to go check that out. The next one is a Power in the Key Michael Jordan. If you notice up at the top, there's all this chippery going on. Yeah, these, if you guys know, I've talked about 93, 94 Fleer Ultra ad nauseum. They are extremely hard to get anything in decent condition, especially the parallels, because everything was in foil, and the foil was very sensitive. This entire set was prone to sticking to each other because of humidity, and it was just a shit show. So anyway, this one went off to SGC. Got it 7.5. Came back from PSA a 7. That's kind of what I expected. I kind of felt like the 7.5 was a little bit generous. But again, SGC at the time, I don't know what their grading standards are now because I haven't used them, don't plan to, was really heavily dependent on eye appeal. So yeah, a 7 from PSA seems about right. Again, SGC also leans pretty heavily on their half grades. I don't feel like PSA does so much, especially like 8.5s are like super rare. But yeah, that's kind of where they're at. So this one came back a 7. I think the cost or the value difference between a SGC 7.5 and a PSA 7 is, you know, pretty good. I think we got a bit of a bump there in terms of value is concerned. And once again, it is on the website, or it's on the eBay store if you want to check it out. This Kobe, this is a binder survivor. I did have this one in a binder for years. And it went to SGC, came back a 9, went to PSA, came back a 9. So just lateral move, as we say in the corporate world. But again, SGC 9 value versus PSA 9 value, big difference. So did pretty good there. The next one, I'm trying to remember what this one is. Okay, a little ultra modern action. Shingun. Got a 10 on this one. I think my entire Shingun collection that I had in SGC, I'm cracking it and sending it over to PSA no matter what. This one in particular was a 10, came back a 10, so I was pretty happy about that. If you know, you know. My boy Shingun is killing it. So very happy to see his growth and in the NBA. Here was one that was this one. It's labeled a couple of different ways. It's called no, you know, like and the SGC label says no white border. That wasn't an error. It was this particular one is from the team set of hoops, which is a little bit different. So this is just another variation, another parallel. You guys know I love hoops. That's my favorite product. 2018-2019 Panini hoops, Doncic rookie, team set. So this is a team set. It was a 9, and I think it came back an 8, which kind of hurt my feelings. It came back at 8. I was really hoping for it to come back a 9. I mean, I felt like it was good enough for a 9. I was kind of long shot hoping for a 10, but I knew that was kind of a bit of a pipe dream. Came back an 8. That kind of sucked. But either way it goes, I think the difference between an SGC 9 and a PSA 8 is minimal. I don't think I got hurt too bad in this one, but it is unfortunate. SGC 9 to a PSA 8. I was hoping for a PSA 9 and got kicked in the nuts. The next one is the winter edition. Again, NBA Hoops 18-19 Luka Doncic rookie card in the Hoops winter variation. So If you know about the way Hoops releases, it typically releases around this time of year, maybe a little earlier, like November. It used to, at least, when Panini followed a schedule. You would get the original Hoops that would release somewhere around October, and then around November, December, they would release a winter edition, and this is the winter parallel. So SGC 9 came back a PSA 9, so we're pretty happy about that. I think I still have this one. I held on to that one. I like Luka Doncic, so we held on to some of his stuff. This one in particular, another ultra modern. I think ultra modern's been probably the most successful in terms of crossover. SGC 10 crossed over to a PSA 10. So that's boom. There you go. Oh, it was the Giannis that I had the bump on, 8.5 to a 9. So anyway, I'd say I did relatively decent in terms of the crossover. Now, mind you, I have like 2 more sets, actually 3. 3 more sets of cards that are over there right now, getting crossed over. 4 Jordans that I sent over there that were 9.5s, so we'll see how those do. But this seems to be a pretty decent strategy. I'll see how these 9.5s do, because I don't know. We'll see how they do. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Again, if you are interested in any of these, I don't know for sure if they are on the eBay store, but if not, you can check. Hit the link below for the eBay store. And I'll bring you guys the next set that I did, which was a CSG to a PSA crossover on a 90s Skybox prototype set. And then I'll let you guys know once I get the results back on those 89, 88, and 87 Jordans that I sent off, that I crossed over. And we'll go from there. Appreciate you guys watching. As always, we'll catch you on the next video. Love y'all. Peace.